Drew,
Hey,
how you doing?
good. How are you? I got your voicemail here.
Yeah, well, I tried to call today and just, left a message and didn't know if you had heard from them, if they were, what was happening.
It has now been a week since Hurricane Ian devastated Southwest Florida. And if you saw our last video, then you know that this is where our family calls home.
Hey everybody, we want to give you an update after the last hurricane video. It's been a heavy week.
Your comments have meant the world to us. Drew's mom wanted us to let you know how much your words and your stories touched her heart. Some of the stories were absolutely heartbreaking, but
They really were.
Where we last left you, his parents didn't know if their house was still standing. And today, we're so grateful to be able to say that not only is our family safe because they evacuated, but their home still stands. We are grateful that we can be a space for us all to come together and move forward as we help Florida with what will be one of the hardest things to recover from.
8 days in, and the havoc wreaked by Hurricane Ian is still hard to comprehend. The death toll now sits at more than 130, the highest from any Florida storm since 1935. More than 5 times the U.S. death toll from Hurricane Andrew, Category 5, 30 years ago.
If you didn't watch our last hurricane episode, we'll go ahead and put a link for it right up here in case this is all new to you.
What we found out through the news, obviously, is that it's become ground zero.
Fort Myers Beach is essentially what they're calling ground zero. Initially, people were able to walk by foot over Matanzas Pass Bridge, but that is not the case anymore.
All the rescue teams have set up station, FEMA's set up disaster relief, governors and presidents have spoken.
And at this point, they are not allowing any residents of Fort Myers Beach into their homes onto the island because search and rescue had to go in.
Search and rescue! Searching 3,500 properties just in Fort Myers Beach.
Fort Myers Beach, of course, we all know, you've seen if you haven't been there, you've seen the video. Fort Myers Beach has been decimated. It really looks like a war zone down there. We strongly encourage people to leave.
Luckily, Drew's parents were able to go see their home before they were told that they were no longer able to go back to their home.
I do want to point out that my parents actually have owned a rental house that's next door to the house they live in, and that has been their livelihood.
Here is my 2 houses, the green one and the one with the siding all off. Look at the poor neighbor. It's gone.
His mom's calling right now.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, did you get it?
Yeah, I saw that footage. Brittany's looking at it right here with me.
Brent's house across the street is gone.
Gone.
All the silver sands is gone. The hamburger stand's gone.
Cute little hamburger stand.
I was afraid about the rental house since it was built in 1925, if it was still standing.
But it's still there.
It is still there.
It is there. There's a lot of shingles missing, so that means there could be water damage inside.
Yeah.
It sits a little bit lower than the new house, and so the damage sustained, the flooding was up on the 2nd story up to the countertops, which is a lot more than what was expected.
I'm surprised that the rental house next door
Was standing.
is intact.
It was built in 1925.
Wow.
So that's pretty shocking. It's still standing.
Yeah. And we anticipate that much of what might have been salvageable the days just right after the hurricane are just mold. It's
basically like the Gulf of Mexico, all this sand, silt, plankton, little shrimps and such. They are just covering everything. There's about a 2-inch layer across the floor that my dad described, and he was trying to shovel it out just so they didn't slip and basically could make a path to get upstairs back in their house, which the upstairs, it was like they went out for dinner and came back. There's a half wall right near the staircase. My mom had left a piece of mail, a letter sitting there, and it was still there, even though it goes to a staircase where water was rushing all around and had flooded below.
Water went to 9 foot in the basement.
1 foot off the ceiling?
Yep, 1 foot off the ceiling.
Wow.
I wanted to ask, do you have a concrete floor on the 2nd story or wood?
Wood.
Whoa.
Told your dad the other day.
And nothing went through the floor?
No.
Oh, thank God.
Wow.
But there was a foot gap, of air.
Yes.
That little base you guys got me and
Yeah.
all those things, nothing moved.
It looks perfect, like nothing ever happened.
So no mist, no water upstairs whatsoever.
Nothing.
Wow.
And even that piece of mail sitting on that half wall was still there.
We're so happy.
Yeah, we're really happy for you guys.
Yeah.
That's
aw.
great.
You gotta remember, with all that debris, you've got sand, dirt, mud,
Yes.
and it's all wet.
But now with it sitting for over a week, almost 2 weeks, we're afraid of what's happened with the food in the refrigerator and freezer, and that was starting to rot, they said, and they were going to go back the next day and clean it out.
Yeah.
So,
And there's got to be a pile by Steve's house, 15 at least foot high, going from house to house across that road.
what do you think was the most shocking thing you saw today, or like experienced?
I found the mousetrap piece.
From our game.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that had to make you
shocking.
smile.
Yeah, I thought it must be.
I'm sure.
Aw.
Wow.
As you'll see in the coming episodes, we were filming
Yeah.
in that part of the home. We were
Yeah.
filming on the beaches. We were filming riding scooters over the bridge. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Here we go. To the bridge. Whee! Oh,
Look at the
love
view.
this view.
What a day. Nice way to get out.
Scoot, scoot.
And just
really living our best lives. We really
Yes.
grew to appreciate the beach community. And in fact, Brittany and I received our subscriber plaque for 100,000 subs, and we hung it on the wall in there.
yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not there any longer.
And it's really mind-blowing to see the few photos that Drew's parents were able to capture of the first floor of their home. I mean, just items turned upside down, tossed into the pool, a vacancy sign for a hotel in their backyard, the upstairs seemingly untouched, but the
is a miracle.
downstairs completely ravaged.
It's like a snow globe in there of just debris.
Yeah, their rental property next door, they have not been able to dig their way through the debris yet.
Or the whole porch that was surrounding the upper level to enter the house was just
Wiped
swiped and just taken out.
Yeah.
So they needed a ladder to climb up on there, move debris to get up there, and they weren't able to.
This Sunday is the first day that, at least we were told at this point, that they will allow residents back onto the island.
This is people only with driver's license that match a house out there,
Yes.
which
and
includes us, and will allow us, once we get to Fort Myers in our van, to be able to go back out and help with the relief.
And so we are thinking that while they have been doing rescue efforts without residents being on the island, that hopefully they have been clearing some of the roads as well, because at this point it's over a mile walk to be walking over a bridge carrying supplies. They're gonna need gas for the generator, 2x4s, tools.
Fresh water and drinking water.
Yes. When it comes down to it, water and power are what we keep hearing are needed most. Along with tarps, chlorine, bleach, work gloves, diapers and wipes, feminine products, clothes, tinfoil, and food. Non-perishable items are of course best, and things that come in individual packets. It pains me to say, but it will be years before life returns to normal here. And at the same time, we feel so lucky that our work allows us to be mobile so we can help be a part of these crucial relief efforts. And that the sponsors of our channel, who truly are so much of the reason why we've been able to continue sharing the journey with you, not only do they better our lives, but what we love most is how we can use them to help build the lives of others back up. AG1 is easy to mix with milk, juice, a smoothie, or water. making it an extremely easy way to help support our inside world no matter what our external world may look like. The individually packaged, or 1 scoop a day, powdered health drink provides a complete mix of potent antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and herbs that help us lay a strong foundation for a healthy immune system. And with ingredients like vitamin B6 plus magnesium, AG1 has helped us both so much when it comes to managing stress and anxiety. It's not a meal replacement, but it does help fill in any nutritional gaps caused by our diet, which has become especially important these days, with so many of us not knowing how or where our food is coming from. You can use our link below and you will be gifted with a full year's supply of vitamin D and 5 bonus travel packs for free, so you can easily take it with you anywhere or share with someone in need. We are in the midst of driving over 3,000 miles, over 5,000 kilometers in order to help with the relief efforts. There's a lot that people need, and we are grateful that we can be a part of these efforts. We're grateful that you guys can be a part of these efforts because of your donations and the ad revenue from our last video. We have raised almost
over $4,000.
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. We're so grateful, guys, like truly from the bottom of both of our hearts. And we want to be clear, we've explained a lot about the situation of my parents, but we've heard stories and people have written us who have lost everything. And our goal with the funds is to reach out and help those, not just our family, but other people in the community. So we've shared the blessings and how fortunate my parents are after assessing the situation. Even though there's a lot of work, there's so much other need in the community and area, and that's where Brittany and I also want to funnel these funds in the best way that we can help.
Well said. I don't know if we mentioned this, but Drew's parents are living in their Sprinter van right now. So they feel so lucky to have something that can feel like comfort.
Home. Rather than having to hop around from a shelter or hotel or multiple friends' homes. They just,
So their hearts also feel for their neighbors who have lost everything. And
unfortunately, there's people on the street who are no longer here on this planet with us. And it is just devastating and heartbreaking, not to mention a lot of the restaurants, the businesses just totally wiped out other people's livelihoods. And they're saying that the power on Fort Myers Beach won't be back for another 2 to 3 months. Luckily, there's still a road access, unlike Pine Island, which we've heard there's a temporary now road that's been set up, and a bridge. Sanibel, they're only able to get people in and out through ferry. Probably the same for Captiva, Costa Caya. There are so many other communities up and down the coast of Florida that have just been absolutely wiped out and devastated.
And we're not sure what we're going to find when we get there, but we have a lot of miles ahead of us. We look forward to sharing the journey to helping rebuild Florida with you all. And in the meantime, Drew and I are still pursuing our own future. So as you know, if you've been following our channel, we spent 3 months in Europe prior to returning to America.
Returning to Florida, where we stayed for 3 weeks in this house.
Yes, and in fact, we needed to have this prepaid envelope mailed to our residential address, which is his parents' home, so that we could mail our D7 application into the Portuguese consulate in Washington, D.C.
And obviously, with all the other destruction, the post office where all this was sent was completely saturated in water. They've since set up a mobile station where we can now receive mail.
Anywho, there are a few more episodes about Portugal that you will see after this video. And once we get you caught up on that part of our story, the Florida hurricane relief efforts will resume. But this sort of gives us a buffer to get our hands in there, make a difference without worrying about, needing to create new content all at the same time. So anyway, the hurricane relief efforts will be shared with you. Just know that we want to get you guys caught up.
And thank you to all friends and family who've reached out to offer kind words and support, offer things for my parents. We also have one of my best buddies is driving down from Michigan with all kinds of supplies and tools from his workplace to be there to help on the ground. If you guys are watching and aren't able to serve that way, please check out the link below to our GoFundMe. There's still the need there, and we'll use every bit of those funds to help people in the community. So this has changed our lives immensely, but for the good for us to be selfless servants and help others in need.
There's also volunteerflorida.org. So if you aren't able to contribute monetarily, you can contribute just to help support people. I think that there's like trauma relief or like over the phone therapy that you can just talk to people who need to just talk.
Yeah.
And
our heart definitely goes out to people who've lost everything. My mom was in the line at Publix just ordering a sub the other day, and this lady, between ordering her sandwich, was just, I lost everything. My cars, my house, just all of it washed away, and she doesn't have flood insurance. So these are many of the situations that Floridians are dealing with, and we just count our blessings in every way.
Sometimes when you see a need, you got to fill a need, and we all thought it was going to Tampa. We all did, and we're all just very thankful to be alive. Love isn't gone. We need to spread the positivity. We're going to rebuild. We have to. If we have somewhere to start, then we have somewhere to finish, and that means we have an end goal. Everyone, let's get a beach cleanup going. God bless y'all.
For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the